everyone out there, you number two doo-doos, you shitheads, you rafe-heads, you rafe-aholics, you poo-poo people. It is a live number two show on YouTube on The Point. I'm your host, Rafe Williams. I appreciate you joining me. I just got off the air at the Riz Show. I'm sitting here in my new swanky. Look at this thing. My friend Kate got me this throwback 1980s Pattonville Pirates windbreaker. It's dope. I'm wearing it, and I'm loving it. Thanks for joining us for the live number two show today. Today, we're going to be talking about vacations and cruises. I'm going on a cruise this week, folks. It's a comedy cruise, Trailer Trash Tammy's big pontoon party. Some of you people are going. I know I've got some fans going. Some people here in St. Louis are going and all over the country, and I look forward to hanging out and kicking it with all of you. And, I've never been on a cruise before, so I'm really concerned about whether or not I'll like it. I don't feel like I'm a big cruise person. I know that we were going to do a cruise for the other show that I'm on, the Rizzuto show, the mothership of this show, and it got poo-pooed because of insurance, and one of our co-hosts, Lerns, was not even going to go at all. She's dead against being out in open water. She open water, floating diarrhea barge, shark bait. These were all terms that she used to describe being on a cruise. Now, I know people who have gone on a cruise and had a good time. So, I don't know which way I'm going to fall. I'm there. I'm being paid to be there. We're shooting a special for Trailer Trash Tammy. I'm excited for that. I'm helping her curate her special and get it up and running and ready. I'm pumped about that. I get to hang with my friends. It's a cruise from Miami to the Bahamas to Nassau and back. I'm going to get some Bahamian sun, keep this base tan going that I got from being in the Bahamas earlier in the year. So today I want to talk about vacations, cruises. If you got a good cruise story, especially if you had a vacation that really went tits up on you, I want to talk about it. I want to talk about what happened, where you went, why you wouldn't go again, or maybe you went somewhere cool and the experience was just bad. Try to keep it tight, try to keep it brief, but call in. I want to talk about vacations, cruises, anything vacation related, because I think it'll be fun. But one thing about being out in the water that I worry about is the Bermuda Triangle. Now, I know we're not going anywhere near Bermuda, but I don't know how big that triangle is. I've never looked it up. Have you? Huh? No, you haven't. Guarantee you don't know. So that Bermuda Triangle could be huge out there in the ocean. I could just clip one little corner of the Bermuda Triangle on this cruise ship. Next thing you know, I'm Leo. I can't get on the door. There's no room for me. Now, granted, they will be warm Caribbean waters, and I won't die of hypothermia, so it won't be as big of a deal as when Jack couldn't get on the door. But you know what? It'll feel like a big deal to me because I don't like being wet. And I certainly don't like sharks. I got a blade toe I could fight them off with, probably. I got a toe that kind of has its own shark fin on it from years of being stuffed into work boots. Will sharks see that as a baby shark and maybe leave me alone? Maybe. They might. But they also might see it as a threat and try to bite my little blade toe off. So if I fall off of a cruise boat and I get my blade toe bitten off because we sailed through the Bermuda Triangle, I just want to put it out there now. I'm going to be kind of pissed about it. I'm saying it. But last week we talked about, thanks, brother. Get you a producer that cares about your hydration, guys. That's what I want to talk about. Josh McNew cares about me, my lips, my hydration. Oh, I can't. They don't sponsor the show, so I'm not going to give them. I'm not giving them any free. It just says water on the front. W8 doesn't say Aquafina. It just says water. You guys like ASMR? Me neither. Last week we did talk about some conspiracy theories, so let's do a quick recap of last week while I got calls coming in. Call the number on the screen. It's 818-532-1420. You can leave me a voicemail. You can email me through the app, or you can go on the Points app, use the drop-down menu, leave me an audio message and or a message, and my producer will put it up where I can see it. I got a little teleprompter there off screen that'll tell me any questions that you might have. But right now I want to give you an update. Last week we were talking, got one caller in, but we're going to wait. I'm going to give him just hang tight, caller, because I want to talk about, I'm going to give an update from last week. Then we'll start taking calls and talking all this trash about cruise ships and vacations and whatever else you guys want to get into today. One thing that I do find interesting, we got into it's not cruise related, but we did get into some conspiracy theories, some really interesting conspiracy theories on the last episode, and I did do a deep dive because you guys were blowing my mind with some of this stuff last week. But one of the things I wanted to talk about, which was the big point of contention as of last week, was the whole hubbub over Kate Middleton. Am I right? Is she alive? Is she dead? Is she Dennis Miscavige's wife from the Scientology documentary that no one's seen since 2009, but they keep saying, oh, she's happy, she's healthy, she's living her best life, she just doesn't want to be in the public eye. Is she? Is Kate Middleton Kelly Miscavige? Her name's not Kelly, actually. I think it's something else, but you get it. You get the point. And new news in the Kate Middleton drama, she's been cited. Out with Prince Harry in what looks like a Cardinals hat, kind of, which I already find suspect that he'd be a Cardinals fan all the way across the pond. But, I mean, they're as good a team as any. But a lot of people, she didn't come out and talk on camera. They were just cited. They were seen out. Okay? So, a lot of people, it hasn't killed the conspiracy theory. A lot of people are saying this is a body double or that these are deep fake photos, that these aren't even real, that these are not Kate Middleton or they've been deep faked. There's all sorts of rumors floating around, dude. People are saying she's in a coma, okay, that she went in for weight loss surgery and got put into a coma, okay, because it didn't go well and they're trying to hide it. And there's some big announcement coming from the royal family tomorrow. No one knows what it is. Could it be that Kate Middleton has passed away? Could it be maybe something else? Maybe they're getting divorced. Maybe Prince Charles, is ready to unzip his man suit and let the lizard come out. I don't know what's going on. Could be any of those things. They also said that a lot of people think that Prince William is having an affair and that Kate has been dispatched, which is pretty messed up. But that's the only update I have. The only update I have on her really is sided out, didn't speak to the camera, hasn't come out, which is very weird. She hasn't come out. All these rumors are floating around. All she would have to do is come out, literally be on camera for 5 minutes, be like, hey, I'm here. Everything's good. Don't know where these rumors came from. I'm healthy. I'm happy. It's me, Kate Middleton. I'm coming out. I want the world to know I'm still the queen and everything. But she hasn't, so I find that weird. I'll keep you posted. Everything I know. Let me go in the chat, see what we got here. Oh, people blowing me up already. I think it's time to talk about vacations. By all means, keep emailing me and sending me stuff about conspiracy theories because I love going on a deep dive, dude. I love going on a deep dive about conspiracy theories. But today I want to talk about cruises and vacations. So that's what we're going to talk about today. Let me see. I'm going to go into my little voice call. What do I got here? I got 2 in the queue. 1 in the queue. All right. I'm going to accept it from running my own computer today, guys. Pretty big deal. Hello, you're live on the number 2 show. Who am I talking to?
Rafe, it's Driver Joe. How the hell are you?
I'm doing great, Driver Joe. How the hell are you?
Man, hey, I'm down in your old neck of the woods down here in Marion, Illinois, cruising around.
Marion, Illinois. It's Taco John's in Marion, Illinois, my brother. Be on the lookout.
Where?
Right.
On 13?
Oh, it's right off of like 13, dude. It's right where the interstate, right where the rubber meets the road there off the interstate.
All right.
Put in Taco John's and it'll change your life. What do you got a good vac? What's up?
Well, I was just going to say I waited until I was 40 years old to go on a cruise because I was scared to death.
Okay.
Went on it, and I have been on 8 more since.
Whoa.
That was 13 years ago.
Kind of a cruise slut, Joe.
40 days on a cruise ship.
Whoa, how much?
It's easy because I can't run anywhere.
Wait, say that again?
I've been on the cruise ship for 40 days total in my life now.
You're a 40-day man.
So, hopefully you'll love it. There's tons of stuff to do. And when you stop in Nassau, go to the Bearded Clam is a guy from Forrestal, Missouri owns it. He's a
That's on brand.
Navy guy, I believe. And
it's called the Bearded Clam?
It's called the Bearded Clam, and
All
it's
right.
a Mizzou bar.
Yeah. It's a Mizzou bar in
you'll have a
Nassau,
good time
Bahamas?
Yes, sir.
That's
As
wild.
crazy as that sounds. Yes.
I mean, it does sound like the
Yep,
Bearded
so-
Clam does sound like something a guy from Missouri would name a bar in the tropics. I will say that.
Yes, it sure does. Yes, it's the perfect name. Enjoy yourself, and hopefully when you get back, you won't have gotten seasick. But I don't think you will because you don't drink anymore, and most of the seasickness is from people drinking too much.
Yeah, I don't get seasick. I do have that going for me. I've been out deep sea fishing and stuff like that. I don't get motion sickness in that way, or I haven't ever before. Can you feel, let me ask you this, Joe, can you feel the boat rocking when you're out there? Or is it such a big boat you can't really feel it? Because that was one thing Lauren was terrified of, was just getting seasick out at sea.
At times you can,
Oh.
but at other times you can't. But if you take medicine, you'll be fine. If you stay in the middle of the boat, you don't feel it rocking as much.
Okay.
But you'll be out in the Caribbean, and I doubt there's many storms yet, so I don't think you'll feel anything.
Let's hope.
If there's a storm somewhere close, you might feel it, but you should be okay.
All right. Well, what made you love?
If you guys do this again next year or the year after, I'll definitely go.
Dude, I'd love to see you on the cruise, and I think it is going to be a yearly thing. Let me ask you a couple more cruise questions if you have time.
Sure.
What made it so appealing that you've done it 8 more times?
I just like the freedom of being out in the middle of the ocean where you can't see land, and your cell phones don't work. Well, now they do because you can get internet plans.
Yeah.
But it was just being away from everything for 4, 5, 6, 7 days.
Okay. Do you go alone or do you go with somebody?
There's usually 10 of us that go.
Oh, you got a cruise crew.
So the bigger the the group, the better it is. But the dining staff, if you have like a regular time to go to dinner and not the anytime plan, your dining staff will be wonderful. It's unbelievable. Like, they'll know your name after the first time they meet you, and they'll never forget it. They'll see you again, and they'll call you Rafe every time. Hey, Rafe, how are you?
Yeah, they'll know me anyway. When I hit the
people
buffet, I leave a mark on people. They would know me regardless.
The people at the buffet won't remember you because.
Oh, yes, they will.
They might recognize you, but when you sit down for dinner,
Yeah.
at the dinner, that's you'll see them once a day, and
Cool.
they'll remember everything about you.
All right,
So it's a good time.
That's awesome, man. Let me ask you one more thing, and then I'll let you get back to your work day, brother.
Cool.
What?
I'm just driving around, man. It's no big deal.
All right. Yeah. For those of you that don't know Joe, he is in charge of delivering organs to organ donors in need. So he's just driving around with a heart in a igloo cooler, talking to me on the crapper about cruises. So, if your loved one's out there waiting on a liver or a lung or something, I'll send Joe along soon. Just calm the fuck down. Joe, what?
I got 25 more minutes on this cooler here.
Oh, I thought you'd been on your phone. Oh, my God. I love that you have a prepaid plan on your phone. Where all have you gone, cruise-wise? Do you keep going to the same places, or did you give me some locations you've
Everywhere
gone
in the
to?
Bahamas.
Oh, you're all Bahama boy, huh?
Yeah, it's all been Bahamas. Next year, 25, I'm doing Alaska.
Yeah, that sounds fun.
Yeah, except it's going to be cold, but who cares?
Yeah, it's Alaska, man. It's the last
Yeah,
unspoiled Frontier. All right, man. Well, I appreciate you calling in, Joe. Thanks for giving me a little bit of education on Bahamian cruises. And I got another caller, so I'm going to drop you, and I'm going to talk to them, man. You have a good day, brother. Go to Taco John's. Got it?
Thanks for taking my call.
Yeah, no problem, man. Good talking to you.
You too. Bye.
All right. Here? Yes. Oh, I'm learning the phone systems, guys, like a freaking operator right now. All right, I almost just ruined our whole cast by I was this close to just ending our entire live stream. And my producer's having off screen, he's having a heart attack right now. But I didn't do it. We're all still here. Everything's fine. I'm still in charge. All right. So I got one in the queue. All right, let's see who it is. Let's get him in here. Hello, this is Rafe Williams. You are live on the number 2 show. Who am I talking to?
You're talking to Garrett. I'm actually a truck driver listening to you going down the road here in northern Wisconsin.
Garrett, another trucker, man. I'm starting to think my show is really appealing to the truck drivers, and I like it. What are you doing in Wisconsin,
hey,
man?
A lot of us like. I'm just passing through. Picked up a John Deere piece of equipment going to Ontario, Canada.
Oh, yeah. Dude, he's an international trucker going to deliver a John Deere to Canada from America. That's the most American. I'm so American, I'm hard as a rock right now, dude.
Hell yeah, man.
Hell yeah.
I'm going to try to get to stop at a Taco John's along the way. I mean, I love it.
Good luck. Me too, man. I just had it. There was one there was a Taco John's in a Love's truck stop on the way back from Ohio, dude. And I've two of my favorite things, dude. Love's truck stop and Taco John's all in one. I got tacos.
Can't go wrong with the Love's.
I mean, Love's is the best truck stop. You know, I don't want to get too bogged down in truck stop talk, but I will take a pause and tell you that I love Love's so much. It's the reason I love Love's, and this isn't a political statement as much as just an observation. I feel like when I walk through a Love's, like the part that's not food, that's just random items, it feels like the future gift shop at the Donald Trump Presidential Library to me. You know what I mean? It's just a lot of American eagles and snow globes and all kinds of cool.
Exactly.
I love it in there, dude. Just gets me hyped.
I love it, dude.
My
favorite Love's like that is Butte, Montana. Technically it's not Butte, my bad, Missoula. Just outside of west end of Missoula, heading up towards Idaho. And you know the people up there, they're kind of squirrely up there. But
oh yeah, the only town more.
There's some interesting stuff up in the truck stops.
I'll bet, dude. I can't wait. I want to go to Glacier and Yellowstone this year, and the only town more Montana than Butte is Missoula. My God.
Yeah.
Were you calling in because you had a vacation story? Or are you a cruise man? What do you got for me today, brother?
I actually have a little bit of a vacation story.
Okay.
I'm actually going up to New York this year, and then I'm planning on going to Colorado later this year.
Okay.
I like to go see things I actually drive by all the time, but actually, no. So my vacation story was actually I travel with a dog a lot, and well, let me just I'm not sure if you've ever been to Pensacola Beach, Florida. There's a place called Crabs on the Beach. We got them. I love that place. Well, I got kicked out of there and basically told not to bring my dog back, even though it's a dog-friendly place, because my little black lab had the runs that day.
Oh.
Talk about a shitty situation.
Oh, yeah. So you took your dog. Where were you?
Yeah, they have Crabs on the Beach in
Pensacola, Florida.
Pensacola Beach, Florida.
So you took your black lab into Crabs on the Beach, and he started having diarrhea?
Yes, unfortunately, yes.
Damn. Did they just kick you out, or what was the situation?
It was more of I felt like I was getting kicked out, but they were trying to hurry me out. That way they can, let's avoid this from getting possibly worse. I mean, I love my little dog. His name is Bear and all that. So, I mean, he's not that little anymore. He's a 90-pound black lab. But.
Yeah, that's a lot of diarrhea, dude. In defense of the come and get crabs or whatever the fuck it's called. A 90-pound dog squirting diarrhea all over a restaurant's probably. I'd probably be hurrying you out of there too, man. To be honest, I'd probably be bagging your crabs up to go, my friend. So what did you do? Did you just like take the dog and let him just let nature run its course on the beach while you ate crabs, staring into the ocean, or what?
He actually got it out mostly on the brick floor and just sawdusted it and cleaned it off. And then we left after we paid a tab, obviously. I'm not going to do that.
Yeah, I didn't think a guy that would let a dog have diarrhea in a restaurant would not be a stand-up guy, man. Listen, I'm paying my tab. I don't know what you guys' problem is. Sir, your dog just shit all over the Admiral's platter. Well, I'll tell you what, dude, that is unfortunate. I'm a dog man. I hope Bear's feeling better, and I appreciate you calling in today, dude. Drive safe up in Wisconsin,
Absolutely.
my friend. All right, buddy. Talk to you later.
Absolutely, Ray. Thank you.
All right, I think I'm figuring out this drop call situation. Okay. Do I have any more in the queue? I don't see anything. All right, let me go to the chat. See if there's anything good in here. I saw somebody put something in here. Got some emails. Where are they at? Oh, well, hold on. Let me look. Let me look at my emails in real time. This will be interesting for everybody. Here we go. Doug says, love the show. Would you ever go on a vacation dedicated to checking out a conspiracy theory, e.g., totally be fun to find Bigfoot in the Pacific Northwest, great hiking and great time whether you find him or not? Honestly, dude, that is a cool idea. I would, even that specifically, like if you told me there was a Bigfoot hunt in up in like Oregon, Washington, Seattle region, and I could just go up there and traipse around the woods with like some looking for Sasquatch. Hell yeah, brother. I'm in. I'm all in fact. I kind of want to just do that. I don't know. Is that a real thing? Do they offer vacations that are like that? Let's see. That's a good question. Now I'm taken to the screen. Let's see what Bigfoot themed vacations. Okay. Boom. The Great American Bigfoot Tour. All right. I don't see much about it. Hairy cryptid history. Oh, this is stupid. That's not it. All right, to hell with that. That didn't work. I will tell you this. I think there's a lot of conspiracy theory. I mean, if you told me, I went to Eureka Springs, Arkansas one time, and it was a pretty cool. There's a hotel there. I believe it's called the Moonrise Hotel. Maybe it's not Moonrise. Let's see what the haunted hotel in Eureka is. I'm going to talk to you guys about it because I know that's a thing. Haunted Hotel, Eureka Springs, Arkansas. The Crescent Hotel. I knew it was moon-themed. It's America's most haunted hotel. And, dude, they got like a thing in the they got like a picture book in the lobby that has all of these pictures about like orbs and lights and spirits, and you can go stay in the hotel. And like Eureka Springs is already kind of a hippy-dippy, freaky town in Arkansas where people go, the springs are literally healing springs. People go to collect water. People that are sick go down there to bathe in the water. There's a lot of healing crystal shops and stores, all kinds of crazy stuff down there. And let's see. Let's check this video out. I'm spooked. Whoa. Who did they hire to make this, dude? Here is a picture of the hotel. Scary, scary. Here is a picture from the bird's eye view. Scary, scary. It is a cool hotel because I went in and it was like the rooms are very old. There are multiple bodies buried on the property because it was a all right, let's fast forward through this. Let's get into some good nookie. Wow, spooky. 1886. All right, let's get out of that. I'll tell you the story of the hotel as I believe it. Let's do Crescent Hotel history because it was really interesting. There was a doctor. It was like it sounds like a horror movie, but it was real. There was a doctor, and I think he claimed to have like he was basically a snake oil man. Crescent Hotel story, history. Woo! We're going to get into it. This ended up being a conspiracy theory one again, kind of on accident, talking about, but this is awesome. I don't care. I'll be honest. I have too many things going on, but I'm going to make it work. Here we go. Crescent Hotel. Built in 1886. In 1937, a new owner turned the place into a hospital and health resort. Investor and radio personality, like me, styled himself as a doctor despite having no medical training. He claimed to have discovered the cure for various ailments, including cancer, and launched frequent attacks on organized medicine, which he accused of being corrupt and profit-driven. He'd been run out of Iowa for practicing medicine without a license. Baker moved his cancer patients to Arkansas in his new health resort at the Crescent. His cure consisted primarily of drinking the area's natural spring water, which we mentioned. In 1940, federal charges were filed against him for fraud. It was purchased by John R. Constantine. Cool name. That's also a guy, Constantine. Look that up. That's a guy that fights demons. Coincidence? Maybe. But basically the story of this place is this guy was treating cancer patients and just using like crazy, quacky methods. And when people would die, he would just bury them out in the garden. And they ended up digging up this rose garden and had multiple bodies. So the place is super duper haunted. A lot of people died in it. A lot of people who were flim-flammed out of their money, the unfinished business. We all know how that goes with ghosts. And it's creepy. Like I did the ghost tour of this place, but there's a lot of people that go down there for vacations just to do the ghost tour. So any kind of paranormal vacation or chasing Bigfoot or whatever, man, I'd be into all that. And if somebody's out there watching right now and you've done one, feel free to call in because I would love to hear about that. I think I do have a caller, though, so let me pivot and get somebody all up in here. You're live on the number 2 show with Rafe Williams. Hello, who are you? What can I do for you?
Hey, Rafe, it's Courtney.
Hi, Courtney. How are you?
I'm doing all right. How are you? Morning show was great today.
Thank you. What's up? What's you got a vacation story for me? You got a paranormal vacation? What are we chatting about here?
So where I grew up, me and my husband, is one of the biggest go-to haunted places around where we live.
Okay.
Alton, Illinois.
We're at in Illinois.
Alton?
Oh, yeah. Alton's the most haunted town in America, dude.
Yeah, so we grew up there, and I lived across the street my childhood from the Milton School, and that was one of the biggest places in town that everybody talked about because of a little girl getting murdered in the basement.
Ugh. Did you go in there? Did you break in?
When we were kids, we used to bust the windows out because it was abandoned because we were a bunch of assholes.
Yeah, that's a good way. That's a good way to not anger spirits is to bust the windows out of their haunted home. That was pretty smart of you guys.
Really, really creepy building, and there are like 1,000 more in town.
Yeah. Yeah, I've heard there's people that come from all over the country to do ghost tours and stuff like that in Alton. And I know that it's been featured on a lot of those paranormal shows. Like people will come in looking for ghosts. It's supposed to be, it's an old town. It's on the river. It's supposed to be the most haunted town in America. So And I've done some of
That's
those
what they
ghost
say.
tours. Yeah, I've done a few of the ghost tours in Alton, and they're pretty wild.
Have you really?
Yeah, it was pretty cool. Did you have a vacation story too? Is this the same Courtney that was sending feedback? Said you had a Branson vacation story.
So I've never been on vacation, but when I was 16, my parents decided it would be cute to hop up and take my whole family to Branson and leave me in Alton at a friend's house without telling me.
Okay. Sounds like something you should talk to your therapist about, but all right, I'll do it today. What's how many kids were there?
So both my sisters and both my parents.
So you were the odd person out of 3 kids?
Yeah, I'm the black sheep.
Yeah,
So
I kind of figured that.
Branson.
Why did they leave you behind? Did they give you a reason?
No, so I was living down the street. My mom had kicked me out. We never really get along.
Oh.
And called up to the house to see I needed something to take a shower, to get some food, something like that. I was only 16, and nobody answered the phones. I was like, oh my God, there's something wrong. So I go up to the house, and there's nobody there. They just ignored my phone calls. And
did they have cell phones at this time?
Absolutely.
Damn. They were too busy watching Andy Williams and Yakov Smirnoff to fuck with you, I guess. But are you really that? Let me ask you this: are you really that upset that you missed a Branson vacation? I mean, it's not like they went to Paris. Do you know what I mean? Like in some ways, they did you a favor.
I don't give a shit about Branson. It was just that they home aloned my ass, dude.
Yeah. Well, they home aloned you when they kicked you out. More.
Yeah.
You got double home aloned. You got homeless alone, kind of, which is a way sadder version of that movie. Who are you staying with? A friend?
Yeah. Yeah, an older friend I had. Her name was Casey.
Oh,
Real
okay.
Jim.
I mean, she took you in. How much older?
Absolutely. She was in her 30s. I was 16.
Okay. And this was just an act of kindness? There was there's not some sort of years of therapy that are going to follow up with the rest of the story or anything like that? This was just a kind person that was taking a kid in off the street, right? There was she didn't lock you under the stairs or anything wild like that, I hope?
No, we did drugs together. She was not a good person.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, drugs will unite people of all ages, though. I will say that. I have seen that happen before.
Yeah, junkies need friends.
Do what?
I said junkies need friends.
Junkies do need friends, and junkies tend to hang out with other junkies. You know what I mean? I've never seen a heroin guy and a cocaine guy hang out together. It's usually the heroin.
No, that don't.
Yeah, the heroin people hang out, the coke people hang out. It's you're usually unified by your drug of preference. Are you doing better now?
Yeah. Oh yeah, I'm sober.
Good for you. How long you been sober for?
Oh my God, probably 6-7 years.
Well, congratulations on that. Keep it going. Thanks for calling in. I'm going to drop and get to talking about vacations again, Courtney. You have a good day, okay?
Okay.
All right, bye-bye.
Thanks, Ray. Bye.
Thank you. See you later. Uh-oh. I dropped the right one. Yay, look at me. I'm learning how to do the phone system. We're all learning stuff today. If you have any messages, let me go back to the chat here. I was trying to look through emails. Let's see if the chat's active, and if anybody has anything good in there, we can talk about. Let's see here. There's a lot of chatter in the chat. Let's scroll back and see what I got. This says, oh, boy. Killing time. Somebody wants to see OnlyFans feet in the future. I appreciate that. Completely non sequitur information coming into the chat. That's nice. Someone says the food is the best part of cruises, which is crazy to me. And I was looking up this article. You know what's crazy about cruises? I was looking up this thing, and my producer Josh and I were talking about it. There's a year-long cruise. It's called the Ultimate Expedition, the longest cruise. And I kind of want to, let's see if I can pull up an article about it. So it's goes social media users track a 9-month trip. But one of the crazy things that was happening on this trip, my producer and I were talking about it, was some people were getting into areas of the world where they didn't have visas, and they were just getting dropped off like 6 months into this cruise and having to find their way home. And I'm like, that would be fucked up to just be out, and then someone's like, hey, well, turns out, yeah, you're not allowed in Acapulco, so good luck. I'm kind of curious. I don't know if I would do this, man. Like a 5-day cruise is a lot. But let's see how. It's a massive global excursion. Let's pull up my computer real quick, see if we can find some info here. I mean, it looks like a legit crazy cruise. Says the vessel completing the tall task is the Serenade of the Seas, which has a guest capacity of 2,146 in 1,073 rooms. Some amenities on board the ship include panoramic views, mini golf, green, and variety of all sizes. Who has the time? Says passenger Anthony Antoine told ABC News he was forced to stay behind in Brazil for a few days after a complication with Brazilian law, which is nuts. They didn't allow him to onboard in the country. He was able to get back on board in Uruguay later. Man, that would be a nightmare, dude. And they have one in the works. Imagine this, dude. 9-month cruise, surprisingly not the longest voyage planned in the world of cruising. A 3.5-year trip is in the works from the Villa V Residences, which plans to depart England in May of 2024, which is right around the corner. And they won't dock until West Palm Beach, Florida in December 2027. Dude, okay, let's talk about that. Could you imagine? That's like people don't go into space for that long. Like Apollo 13 was a year. You're doing 3.5 Apollo 13s out at sea. I cannot imagine wanting to do that. Can you imagine? I mean, even if it's fun, how many times can you go down the goddamn water slide? You know what I mean? Like, what are you doing on the? This has to be like, is this a swingers cruise? Because that's about the only way I'm getting on. I mean, if it's like a crazy swingers cruise, and everyone's got to be super hot, by the way. Not me, but everybody else. It has to be a bunch of super hot swingers that want to fuck a very average guy. This is a very specific cruise that I want to go on, okay? It's a 3.5-year cruise of smoking hot, 10, 11, 12 hot swingers, majority women, I hope, that just want to fuck a portly, 7 on his best day type average working man and suck on a working man's toes. That's what it's getting more and more, and they got to serve food I really like. And Van Halen's got to play. For some reason, David Lee Roth's Van Halen has to be on this cruise. Maybe you get me on a 3.5-year cruise. Other than that, I'm like, who the hell? I mean, that's a crazy amount of time to me. Someone's going to die on that cruise. The 3.5 years, statistically, someone's just going to keel and die on that cruise. Maybe of natural causes. It could be a baby born on that cruise, get teeth. Think about that. Someone could get pregnant on the swingers cruise day one, 9 months later, have a baby, okay? There's still almost 3 years of cruise left. That kid is going to breastfeed, potty train, get all of its baby teeth, okay? On this cruise. This is going to be a child raised at sea, born under maritime law, who answers to no man's law. This child will be different. This child will be born of bukkake on a swingers cruise. We don't know who the children's father is. This kid is born. He's the only child on a boat of very open-minded swinging adults. That could be crazy. Oh. That music means my producer's tired of me speculating on what this cruise would be like, which means it must not be a very good program we're running right now. We've reached the end of the number 2 show. I hope that you've enjoyed me ranting about this special baby, the Neo baby, born on a 3.5-year cruise to a swinging bukkake party as much as I have. I appreciate everybody that called in, engaged in the chat. The replay will be up, and I'll be back next week with a brand new episode of the Number 2 Show. I had fun today. I hope you did too. Thanks for hanging out with me. Make sure and subscribe. Follow me on the Instagram at I am Rafe Williams on all social media, and I'll be doing comedy in a city near you soon. I love you. I appreciate you tuning in. Wipe your ass and get back to work.